Welcome to the world of object-oriented programming. In this video, we will deep dive into one of the most important concepts for software development. So what are design patterns? These are some typical solutions to the problems that commonly happen in software designing. They act like a blueprint or maps that can be used to solve some problems in our code. You can think of it like a chef recipe in which you add different ingredients to get your desired outcome. So let's break down the state design pattern into a simple form. So the first, should have the intent to solve the problem. After having the intent, you should have the motivation to solve the problem and get the solution to it. After that, you have to structure all of your possible things that you will do to solve the problem, and in the last you will just code it into any language of your preference. There are three types of design patterns. First is the creational pattern, second is structural patterns, and the third is behavioral patterns, and we will discuss about these one in later part of the video. So the first type of design pattern we are discussing now is creational patterns, in which we increase the flexibility and reuse of our existing code. And one of the most common type of creational design pattern is factory method pattern. So in this type of pattern, we have a superclass that allows different subclasses to decide what type of object is to be created. For example, if you are going to a coffee shop and you want a cappuccino or you want like a flat white, so from the same machine you're getting two different things. So from the same superclass you're getting two different subclasses based on your need. So this is how factory method pattern works. Now let's talk about behavioral design patterns, which are concerned with algorithms and assignment of responsibilities between different objects. So in behavioral design pattern, we will discuss observer pattern. So what is observer pattern? It is a behavioral design that lets you define a subscription. So if any change happen to the object, it will notify you. For example, when you are following a post on Facebook and anyone comments on the post or everyone likes the post, you got a notification. So any change in the state of the object will give you a notification or give you a kind of reminder. So that was observer pattern. Now we will discuss structural design pattern. Patterns will allow us to assemble objects and classes into larger structure while keeping them efficient and flexible. So in this we will discuss the adapter pattern. So what is adapter pattern? Adapter pattern is a structural design that will allow objects with incompatible interfaces to collaborate. Have you ever traveled to another country? Like if you travel from UK to Australia, you will see that the plugs here are different than the plugs there. So in order to use those plugs in Australia, we have to get a travel adapter, which will make our incompatible plugs into compatible plugs. So why are designing pattern important? Because they make our code clean, structured, and also they help us to reuse our code again and again instead of just copying the code. Another important tip is never overuse design patterns, just because some of the problems don't need to be designed with the help of design patterns. They can be handled with simple solutions, so you have to take care of that as well. As a one-liner, I will say that these patterns help a lot to create flexible and maintainable systems. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching the video.